Hello everyone and welcome to Next Hub. In today's video we're gonna talk about network devices that are used in a networking world and how they function. The first device we're gonna talk about is a hub. They were used in 1990s as Ethernet devices to connect computers. They forward data using physical layer standards rather than data link standards, and they are therefore considered to be layer 1 devices. Hubs sent out information to all hosts on this segment, creating a shared collision domain. When an electrical signal comes into the hub port, the hub repeats that electrical signal to all other ports, except the one it came from. Downside of using hub is that if two or more devices transmitted a signal at the same time, the electrical signal collides. To prevent these timing issues, hubs are using so-called carrier sense algorithm. So when one device wants to send a frame, it first listens to see if network is not busy. This is called half duplex, and it means that one device sends at a time. Next we move on to the switches. Switches interconnect the same way as hubs, but operate in much more intelligent way. Switches operate on layer 2 protocol called data link. When a frame enters the switch port, the switch checks the dynamic MAC address table in memory, which stores physical port and MAC addresses. This saves a lot of bandwidth to direct the traffic to specific port, unlike hubs resend traffic to all other ports. Unlike hubs, switches use full duplex, meaning they send and receive frames at the same time. Switches and hubs are in one broadcast domain, but switches have one collision domain per port. Next we move on to the routers. Router is a layer 3 networking device that forwards packets between networks. It's a device that connects two or more networks together. For example, your home network and your provider network. They do not forward broadcast domains from one network to another, unlike switches. Routers are using routing tables, and based on IP addresses and subnet masks, they determine a path where to send packets. If they are not properly configured and they do not have the entry in their table where to send packets, they just drop them. Since they are layer 3 devices, they are using IP pools, and with help of DHCP protocol, they assign IP addresses to network devices within the network. We must mention that routers are using many different routing protocols, and they use the best path to deliver packets within the networks. Next we move on to the firewalls. Firewall is a network security device that monitors incoming and outgoing network traffic and decides whether to allow or block specific traffic based on a defined set of security rules. They provide the first line of defense to protect our systems from cyber attacks. Firewall can be a software, hardware, or both. They operate from layer 3 up to layer 7 application protocol. They are filtering packets. A small amount of data is analyzed and is filtered or blocked by policy rules. Nowadays we have next generation firewalls that have evolved beyond simple packet filtering and stateful inspection. Next generation firewalls block malware and application layer attacks along with integrated intrusion prevention systems, or simply IPS. And finally we move on to the access point. Strictly speaking, access point is a layer 2 device. An access point creates a wireless local area network, or simply VLAN or Wi-Fi. Usually an access point connects to a switch with an Ethernet cable and projects radio frequency signal to the designated area. Access points are operating in 2.4 and 5 GHz frequency range. There are many standards and speeds. Nowadays they are mostly Wi-Fi 6 generation. With each generation, a wireless connection also comes with security, which is very important. In today's networks, access points are protected with highest encryption standards like AES, which is using authentication methods like WPA with pre-shared keys. And that's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you find this video useful, please hit that like button and subscribe to my channel. Let me know in a comment section below if you have any questions. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.